Another cool face reveal again. Like, nah. How you flip this jump? Okay, alright, there we go. Hey, y'all, let me know if I sound good or not. Let me know if my shit's straight, because I don't know. I got like 1 bar of service in this jump. Yo, what's good? Yellow bands. Good, Brody. Shit, I'm just outside, cool. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's good, GOAT? Main man, TJ GOAT. What's good with you, bro? Where the fuck I put my J at? We lit. I see you. It's good, freshman. How you feel, bro? Shit, I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? I just finished all my work for the day. Finished up the last video, so I'm doing pretty good. Feel me? What's good, Cardi? The eating freshman. What's good with you, bro? Finally fucking made it in time. Haha, you mean? Finally made it. But nah, y'all. Let me get this J lit right quick. First kind of cold. It's y'all windy as shit over here. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It's cold as fuck, that ass. So I don't know how long my phone will be alive and shit. How long have you been editing? Listen, when we get in the live streams, we don't talk about editing here. You feel me? This is straight personal. Alright? We can't talk about no After Effects, no presets, no nothing. This is straight for the personal. You feel me? Got funnel in that joint. Yes, sir. I got funnel in this joint, nigga. Yo, what's good with you, Nalin Young? Nalin Young, what's good with you, bro? Or whoever you are. Hope all of y'all sparking up right now. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe in God? It's funny that you started off with that question. Because now we are definitely going to talk about it right after I get my J lit. I bet. Do I watch Spiritual Soul? I mean, I don't keep up with him like that, but I do watch him like from time to time type shit. Like I know a little bit about his old videos. When it spark up with you, G, yes sir. Go ahead, bro. My J already lit. You feel me? We already lit. So what's good, Brody? Only from time to time. The whole kill with Spiritual Soul is that I don't know. It's like he tells the truth. He tells the truth and he gives valid points to a certain extent. So I'm not saying that everything he says is false or that it's fabricated or that it's deceitful or that it's with ill intent. But some things that he says I just disagree with. Or not even disagree with. I don't see how it's useful, if that makes any sense. So it's like when he tells us the government controls the weather. It's like when I think of that, it's like, okay, what am I really supposed to do about that? You feel me? Like, what can I do about the government controlling the weather? Like, I have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do about that. What is STEEZO to you exactly? Uh, a friend. He's a very close friend. Probably one of the smartest people that I know. Very smart, so very good friend. Moving on though. Back to that other comment. And that guy said, do you believe in God? I think what I'm gonna do tonight is pretty much, I'm probably just gonna be reiterating a lot of the things that I've already said in my past live streams. So it's crazy because when people say, do you believe in God? It's like, what exactly are you asking me? And what makes you so sure that the answer that I give is the exact answer to that same question that you are asking? Because what do you mean by believe and what do you mean by God? Because for me to believe means to act. Like, you could say that you believe in something, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's your actions that can't be faked. It's like words are deceitful, and sometimes they don't have any merit whatsoever. So actions, that speaks way louder than words, if you know what I mean. So what else was I saying? Oh yeah, believe. So I act as if I believe in God, because that, to me, is the definition of believing in God. It means that I act in the Logos. I act how the Bible instructs you to act. But at the same time, I'm human. So obviously, I sin. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't necessarily understand exactly what sin is. In the way that the Bible depicts sin, it's not necessarily just lies. It's more, it's derived from an archery term, which I think is harmonious. I think that's what the term is, harmonious. And what that means is to pretty much miss the target. So it's like if you go outside and the world confronts you with the challenge, it's like, well, the challenge is the target. So if you hit it, you overcome it. But there are plenty of ways for you to miss the target. You get what I mean? So it's like you could just stand there and not pick up the bow and arrow and not shoot. You could shoot in any sort of direction whatsoever. So those are a bunch of ways to miss the target. But anyways, moving on. Back to what I was saying with the believe in God thing. Well, what do you mean by God? Because for me, personally speaking, God is your highest form of ideals and beliefs. So it's funny to me when people tell me that they're atheist, because they act out the Logos in the Bible regardless of whether or not they believe in the transcendent element of it. Like they think that it's, Marx thinks that it's religion is an opioid for the masses so that the government can keep them saturated and like well-fed on naive optimism and keep them happy. But that's not true. I think it's something more along the lines of justified optimism. It's like pretty much what the Bible is instructing you to do is you have to become, I don't want to say this, you inhabit a broken structure, right? You inhabit a broken structure. And that broken structure could potentially, in a sense, be your body. Now, you have numerous opportunities to fix it if it's broken. And some people will say, well, I got the short end of the stick because my structure is more broken than someone else's. And it's like, well, yeah, maybe you did, and it sucks for you. But at the same time, that just gives you more things about yourself that you could fix. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I mean? So what you have to do is you have to become the thing that constantly fixes and evolves the structure that you inhabit. So that means you're constantly making it better and constantly evolving it further. You get what I'm saying? So if something ever comes, let's say like the flood, for instance, if the flood ever comes, it's like you could be the person to build your structure up so perfect and so pristine to where you think that it is absolute perfection, and then the flood comes and it wipes you out, and then that completely destroys you and it tears you down, and you're bitter about the world and you're cynical and you hate everything that's going on, and it's like, well, why God, like why me? That's what you could think. Or you could take the other route and be the person who says, okay, well, I just got flooded out. My structure is broken. I'm gonna have to fix it again. And then after that, I know it's gonna happen again, and I'm gonna have to fix it again, and I'm gonna have to improve it, and I'm gonna have to evolve it, and I'm gonna have to make it even better. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the Logos in the Bible. It's like, go out and confront the chaos. Go to where you don't know, the unknown, because that's where chaos is. You know what I mean? So that's me ranting about. That's me ranting, bro. I haven't even hit my J in like so long, and I haven't read like any comments. Hold on, let me actually read some shit. Let me turn up my brightness too. Let's see. If you haven't yet, I do believe there is some sort of higher power. I just don't know what it is yet. It's crazy when people say that because I feel like you do know. I feel like a piece of you knows, and that would be yourself. The self is more of the you that governs the conscious you. So the you that is constantly judging you. It's the you that tells you everything that you don't do right every day or that you haven't gotten to or that you're laying off of, like you're procrastinating. I feel like that's the you, that's your highest form of ideals and beliefs right there. So that in a sense is God. And it's like everybody has that. You know, that's not something that a human being just comes unequipped with. You know, that's something so essential for human life to prosper because that's what gives you a system in which people can collaborate together and not tear each other apart every second. You get what I mean? So what what are we what are we preaching? What are we preaching? I don't know. We're just talking right now. We're not even really preaching for real. We're just talking. Good. You know what's crazy, y'all? I tweeted out. Well, I think I already brought this up too. I tweeted out like not too long ago, asking whether or not you all's parents give you, what did I say? Genuine encouragement when you do something good. And what I mean by genuine encouragement is something like way further along the lines. No, way further from just saying like good job or nice or like a one-worded, compliment or some shit like that. Like a cliche compliment that you could give anybody for performing a task correctly. You know, it's something with like real emotion attached to it, like genuine admiration. And a lot of you told me no. And what's crazy about that is it's like the more people that I run into, that I talk to about shit like this, it's like they tell me the same exact thing and then they act the same exact way. It's like the archetypal pattern of behavior because of that is self-contempt and like self-doubt. And it's so crazy because parents don't see it. They don't see it at all and they would never take responsibility for it. Maybe, some will, obviously, but a lot of them just wouldn't. But no, what's crazy about that is it starts at self-contempt. It begins with self-contempt and then it changes to cynical bitterness because the way that you present yourself and orient yourself in the world is exactly how the world is going to present itself and orient itself back towards you. It's somewhat like, I don't want to say a mirror reflection, but it's something like if you treat being as if it is good, right? And I'm not saying this in a naively optimistic sense. I'm saying this in a real psychological sense. If you treat being as if it is good and you do the things that you know you should and you want the things that would be good for you, then you can have them. You just simply have to make the sacrifices that would be necessary for you to get those things. And it's like you could ask yourself, like really sit down and ask yourself sit on the edge of your bed. And this is actually a method of prayer. Sit on the edge of your bed and ask yourself, what are some stupid things that I know are stupid that I do on a daily basis, right? And you'll get so many answers to that question so fast it'll make your head spin. It's like, wow, I'm doing all of these stupid things that I know are stupid. And it's crazy because Carl Jung, I don't know if any of you know Carl Jung, but I believe he was a psychologist and philosopher, but probably just psychologist. But anyways, he had a phrase that said, modern people had a shadow that stretches all the way down to hell. And what that means is that you're capable of catastrophe and very tragic things, and you can go out every day in your life and try to make every single other human being's life that you come in contact with just a little bit more worse than what it could have been if they didn't come in contact with you. And people do that every day, and that's literally what makes them happy, because that's how much of them is aiming for hell. And it's crazy because there is pieces of you right now that are aiming for the lowest possible good that you can conceive of. And it's like, if you don't do anything about that, well, man. If you don't do anything about that, then I think you know the answer of what will happen, so. Bro, it's fucking windy as shit, and it's cold as hell, bro. How many people we got in here? 10 people? Kill. Wait, bro, say that again, the part where you sit on the bed and say something. I missed that. Oh, my bad. Okay. Sit on the edge of your bed and ask yourself, what are some stupid things that I know are stupid that I do on a daily basis? And then you could gradually stop doing those things. And then you can start doing the things that you know you should do. Have you talked with Swante? No, I haven't spoken with Swante in a long time. These streams be motivating me. Bruh, that's literally all I want to do. I want to turn you guys into the thing that knows that life is unbearable suffering, but you, despite knowing that, you also know that you are perfectly equipped to deal with that. Okay, so you, in a sense, you want to be the person that people can lean on at your father's funeral. That's who you want to be. Because at your father's funeral, it's usually everybody's torn to shreds. Your mother's crying, your siblings are crying. And so it's like, someone's got to step up to the plate, you know? And it sounds tough, and it very much well is, but human beings are capable of a lot of things that we don't think we are capable of. Well, you're succeeding. Well, just posted a edit. I can't fucking read. Bro, my vision's too damn blurry. I don't know what that says, but all right, bro, I'll probably check that John out. Do you know any channels or podcasts that preach similar topics that you are? Um, um, I mean, I literally just look at like a large, I won't say a large array, but I'm literally just looking at the Bible from a psychological perspective. Like that's why I changed my Twitter bio to the degree that I'm a preacher, I've made an error, because I'm not trying to tell you all the dogmatic element of Christianity. I'm not trying to step into the spiritual realm of Christianity. I'm trying to keep it grounded in the psychological sense so that it really, like, the information actually means something, because these stories they're built at different levels of analysis, and they have to be made for everyone, so people can see them as, like, you know, little fairy tales. It's so crazy to have a fully formed adult perceive something as complex and intricate as that as a fictional anecdote. It's like, you know, how could you come to a more ideological presupposition? It's definitely, it's built at different levels of analysis. So it has that spirituality realm mixed in with the psychological. So that's why when I tell you go out and confront the chaos, go out into the unknown and do things that you don't normally do, and try new things and meet new people and do the good things that you know you should. It's like what I'm trying to tell you to do is to make a covenant with God. And it's like stick to it. And you don't even have to maintain it 100% from the get-go. You can start at, imagine just 1% a day. 1% of, okay, I wake up and I fucking watch Netflix for goddamn like 3 hours. Like, I need to fucking stop that. But then I say, well, I can't stop because I want to watch fucking Netflix, so what am I gonna do? It's like, okay, well, I could bargain with myself. Like, you really have to ask yourself, well, how much is it gonna take? How much can we take off from this to where it starts becoming more productive, like gradually over time? So it's like, then I'll say, okay, well, maybe I'll only watch Netflix for 2 hours, and then I'll do that for like a week, or like, probably not a week, but I don't know. I don't even do this shit. But let's say probably for like 3 days I watch Netflix for like 2 hours, and I'm like, okay, well, now I can cut it down to like 1 hour. And then 3 more days I cut it down to 1 hour. Then 3 more days I cut it down to 30 minutes. Then 3 more days I cut it down to like nothing. You know? Imagine you keep doing that with all the stupid things that you're doing for 3 years. And you start doing the things that you know you should. Like, you'll be in a whole new domain of living at that time that you never even thought, that you never even conceived as humanly possible. You know, it's like if you want something and it's good for you, you can have it. You know, and it's so crazy because people don't get told that. It's like, make sacrifices and they'll pay off in the future. You know? Make sacrifices and they will pay off in the future. And that is, freshman, why do you think people school shoot? Why do I think people school shoot? I think that's obvious. Because they want to make a statement. It's like, yeah, I could go home and take my father's 9 and put it to my head and shoot myself in the basement, but then nobody would know. It's like I'd just die and that would be the end of it. That's not good enough. So I need to go where there is the most amount of people possible that I know that I can kill so that I can leave a mark on the earth. And then I'll put the gun to my brain and off myself just to show how much I don't care about my own life. So it's like, yeah, I obviously don't care about the lives of others. So that's why I think people school shoot, or that's what I conceive as the mind of a school shooter. I understand you, brother. Very relatable. Greatness requires sacrifices. Greatness definitely requires sacrifices, bro. And it's so crazy because not many people are willing to make the sacrifices because they think it's so unbearable. It's like, it's not unbearable. Ask yourself, what is something that you are willing to do? Willing to sacrifice. It could be anything that is stupid, like anything that's not helping you, anything that's not positive going towards the good. You could literally cut that off. So it's like you can ask yourself and you'll get an answer, you know, but it's up to you if you really want to know, and it's up to you if you really follow through, I mean. So, bro, it's fucking cold as shit. Like, my hands are freezing and I'm fucking shaking, but I'm thugging it out because I'm here with the gang. Just quick question. I'm close to 2,000 subs. Haha, sweet. I can't sacrifice my 2K. Hey, bruh. Bruh, yeah. I don't know, bruh. How cold is it out there? Shit. It's probably like 30 something degrees out here and I have like no fucking gloves. So it's pretty fucking cold. Did you know milk wasn't actually, wait, oh, MLK. Did you know MLK wasn't actually assassinated? He wasn't actually assassinated. He wasn't actually assassinated. Didn't he survive the bullet wound and then I think whoever was helping him like just didn't fucking help him. Like I think they let him die or some shit. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I think he survived like the bullet or whatever. That's what I know of. Ah shit, I gotta fucking grip my foot. Ah fuck. Kill fuck, bruh. Ah shit. I hate these fucking LeBrons. These gonna be fucking frying me. Ah fuck. What do you think of gematria? You know, it's funny. I don't know what to think of gematria. I have no idea exactly how to conceptualize it because I don't have sufficient enough knowledge on the subject to categorize it any sort of which way. So I don't know exactly. By his doctor. Oh yeah, by his doctor, yeah. Where that nigga abuse at? On God, where that nigga abuse at, bro? I will punish that nigga, bro. It's like, nah. It was good, Mr. Clutch. Kill y'all. We got 12 people in this joke. I'm kind of limping because I got a fucking cramp in my foot. And we talking about the biblical literature. That's sweet. 1v1 flight. Yo, bro, I don't know. I think Flight scared to play B. For real, for real. Bro, it's fucking cold as shit. But anyways, moving on from that. Y'all know what's crazy? Kill my phone on 20%. Y'all know what's crazy? Is I don't know if I ever told you all about. Well, no, I think I did tell you all about Cain and Abel. I'm pretty sure. I'm actually positive I did, but I don't know exactly how much I explained of it. It's like the first two human beings that were introduced into the world, like the first two real human beings, because Adam and Eve weren't necessarily the first two real human beings, considering they were born in paradise, and that's not how human beings are conceived. We're conceived from other human beings. So, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, Cain and Abel are the first two real human beings. So it's like, it's crazy because they're the main two archetypes. I think the main two extremely, how would you say, the main two archetypes with the most extreme instinctive depth embedded within you, embedded within your psyche. They're the main two embodiments of those archetypes. So it's like Cain is pretty much malevolence, not from the get-go, but he gets there through bitterness and angst and etc. Okay, wait, hold on, let me read this. The Bible says that God made the world good. Satan is the root of all. Damn, my phone's already on 10%. Holy fuck. Satan is the root of all evil in this world. He deceives and tempts everyone to do wrong. It's up to you to follow his commandments and learn his word. You know, it's crazy because I don't necessarily look at the Bible in that sense. I look at it more like this. I don't think Satan is. I feel like Satan is an archetype, and it's the archetype of the mind that believes that it can bend the structure of reality to its whim and not have it snap back on it with any repercussions whatsoever. So let's say you do something and you get away with it. So now you think, well, now I have the ability to do this and get away with it, and you keep doing it, and you keep getting away with it, and it keeps accumulating over and over and over and over through time. And then one day you get caught, and then they recognize all the other times that they had lost something that you had probably taken or whatever you did wrong in a sense. So it's like all of that catches up to you. So that's more or less the satanic element in your mind, and that part of you makes you aim for hell. And if enough of you aims for hell, then you manifest your reality into what is something that is semi-indistinguishable from actual hell. So that's what I think about Satan. You used to hoop? Nah. The Bible? Okay, I already read that. But, fuck, bro. I have a fucking cramp in my foot. This shit is not going away, neither. And my hands are fucking cold as shit. And my phone's on 10%. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I understand your viewpoint. However, I believe that Jesus says about it. What did Jesus say about it exactly? Bruh, my fucking foot is killing me, bruh. Fuck. And it's fucking cold as shit. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Chicken. Simple. Yo. What's good, Trey? Fuck, bruh. I got a cramp in my foot and it's not going away, y'all. Like, I don't know what to do. Bruh, where you get this thumbnail? Cause I seen it. Yeah, I got this jump from Twitter. I was off the kill. I fuck with it. Might as well, yeah. You sound cold as hell. Yeah, I'm cold as fuck. But I'm trying to keep talking to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, bruh. This whole live streaming thing is like so fucking therapeutic for me, for real, cause it's like I'm not known in real life, like at all. Like if you see me in real life, you would not think that I am, well, I mean, I don't know who you would think Freshman the Prophet is. You probably hear the name Freshman the Prophet and think of fucking Sasuke or some shit. But it's like, if you see me in real life, like, nah, you would never guess. Like, oh yeah, that's Freshman the Prophet. Like, nah, he's a fucking anime character. But nah, I'm not gonna lie, bruh. Like, just get in on here, and even if it's only like, how many people we got in here right now? 13? I think you a real life anime character. Low key. Low key. But, what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, even if it's only like 13 of y'all in here, bruh, it's like, at least I'm advising some sort of positive influence into the world that actually means something. And you know it actually means something because it resonates within you. And I feel like that's why all 13 of you are in here listening to me right now. It's like, as if it didn't, then why else would you be in here unless you just, I don't know, having to click on it and forgot to click off or something. Freshman light skin with black short hair with a black hoodie and a pack of weed. Nah, I mean, my hair not short, but it's not long. I don't know, nah, my hair kind of short for real, I guess. Government made the coronavirus. Listen, I don't know shit about the psychological significance of the coronavirus, so I can't necessarily talk about that. Low key, I think STEEZO is Kakashi. I don't know. I think STEEZO is more like a 10-10. You know what I'm saying? That's more. It's like, nah. But, oh no. Bruh, fuck, bruh. I have a fucking cramp in my foot because of these goddamn LeBron heroes, bruh. And this shit is not going away neither. Whoa, why we got so many people in here now? Now my phone about to die, bruh. When you editing again, bro? I don't answer, bro. We don't answer no editing questions in the live stream, bro. This is strictly for the personal. Why don't y'all get that? The Lord says that Satan was an angel and rebelled and turned from God. Satan, Lucifer, is damned in hell because of this. He wants to bring as many of us with him to hell. We just gotta turn from sin. You know, it's crazy that you say that because in the story of Adam and Eve, right? The way that the world was, this is just a conspiracy theory, I guess, but the way the world was structured in a sense was they lived in what seemed like a walled garden and it was governed by God. So they would and it was paradise, right? And God told them not to eat from the tree of knowledge. And it's like, the reason why he didn't was because he didn't want them to know good from evil, right? Because then, well, now there's the potential of evil. So what you could derive from that is, well, that's God trying to make human beings, what's the word? That's God trying to dictate human beings, in a sense, making them live the exact way that he wanted them to, right? And what's so crazy about that is the snake that tempted Eve to eat the apple was half snake, half human, and half spirit. So that means that there's a half transcendent, half human, half reptilian, which could also be what's the word? Fucking could also be synonymous with like predators, because that's how we see reptiles. Because when we were living in trees around 600,000 years ago, we built our what's it called? Fucking. So this is why I can't do this shit smack, because then I forget words. It's like we built, I want to say our nest, but that doesn't sound right. Okay, we'll just call it nests for now. We built like our nests up in trees, for one, because we wanted the fruit that were up in the trees, and for two, because we wanted to stay away from the snakes that were down below. And so snakes kind of trigger your predatory, what is the word? Predatory, I want to say alert system. Your predatory alertness system. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it's so crazy because it's like human beings now, we're descendants from Cain and Abel. And Abel was pretty much the 100%, I won't say the 100%, but the good guy. Like that, the really good guy. Like he had a lot of good things going for him, and he deserved it because he sacrificed to get it. And Cain was the person who, he sometimes made sacrifices, but and they're never really told what exactly they are, but they're hinted at that they weren't the right sacrifices, which means that maybe they weren't of value, right? So Cain gets bitter about that and cynical, and because of that, it drives him into such a malevolent state that he literally destroys his own ideal, which is Abel, his brother. So he kills his brother. And it's like, when you do that, you have nothing. There's literally nothing for you. There is no up. So it's only down. And that's what I was talking about when I say human beings have a shadow that reaches all the way to hell, or stretches all the way to hell. Because that, you're a mixture of Cain and Abel, and it's not, I'm not saying that it's like individual, like one of you is Cain and one of you is Abel. It's more like maybe you're more Abel than you are Cain, but at the same time, you still have a bit of Cain in you, no matter how able you are. If that makes any sense. So I ain't scared of snakes. You ain't scared of snakes. It's funny as shit. Oh shit. Kill, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what you're getting at here. I actually inspired someone for real. That's so crazy, bruh. It's so crazy to me that I actually even have viewers in this stream. It is so crazy to me that you, well, if you have clicked subscribe on my channel and happen to be using your time right now in the contemporaneous instant to watch my stream. It's like, wow. You know, like what impact did I put on the world in order to make you do that? You feel me? Because I don't know any of you for real. I may have talked to a few of you through Twitter DMs, but I've never met you in real life, and I don't think any of you know who I am. So it's like, it's like, wow. You know, like that's crazy to me. Like that's so surreal. It's so surreal. And it's probably one of the most amazing feelings I get out of doing this entire thing. So I feel good being in here. Thank you, Brody. Thank you, Kat. Cause you actually make a dog shit game look interesting to watch. I swear, bro. I found you. I found you 3 Swante edits in 16. I did 3 Swante edits in 16. I don't even remember that. I'm just vibing while eating Oreo. Hey, bro. Funny as shit. Listen, y'all, we got like 17 people in here right now. I don't know how much longer my phone is gonna stay alive because it's fucking cold as shit out here. Jesus Christ, bruh. Keeps fucking holding me. Hold on, y'all. Gotta put my phone in cool. Do not disturb. Do not disturb immediately. Fuck. Kept calling me, bruh. My phone definitely gotta be on 1% because this shit laggy as fuck. But, anyways. Okay, wait, why y'all saying GG? Did the stream go down? Stream still here? Okay, alright, bad. We still good. Alright. Just make it short. I'm thinking this shit went out. Yeah, I don't know. Next time it go out though, yeah, it's probably gonna be for real, y'all. Cause my shit is like muy laggy right now. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's straight now, thank God. I don't know. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. It's so crazy to be inspiration. It's so crazy to me when I see people try to make something that mimics my work. And I don't mean that in a flat out copying way. I mean that they took some of my ideas and they derived something of their own from it. And it's so crazy the amount of people that I see doing that on a daily basis now. Like the entire mixtape game has somewhat semi-changed in a way. And I'm not saying that I was 100% responsible for it, but I am saying that it looks like it resembles as if pieces of my artworks, fragments have just been scattered all along the universe, and people are picking up the pieces and ingenuitively creating them into something even better than they were before. So that is insane to me. We all in here because we can relate to you so much. The pain that is expressed in your edits could, what does that say? Comforts me, at least for me. I don't know. That's funny that you say that. Julia, you depressed or something? Okay. I don't know. It's funny because that's literally how the archetypes are displayed within the biblical literature. I feel like if I do talk about depression or something and it resonates within someone else, it's like, well, now they know that they're not alone, you know, and that brings comfort to some people. So I completely understand what you mean by that. You put a character to it. Oh, you're talking about the 2K one. I think I just put the 2K logo in the GIF and then I filled it with like red or something. I don't even remember how I did it. I know I masked it too. This is the longest 1% ever. Hey, bruh, no bullshit. 1% be lasting forever, bruh. I be on the 1% for at least like the cool 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to jinx it though. That don't mean kill my phone right now, but y'all, I'm so glad I actually got on here to talk to y'all today. Like, I really, really needed to fucking do this. And I'm honestly, I want to do this more often, but it's fucking cold as shit outside. And it's like, kill. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stand outside every day and talk to y'all for like a cool hour and a half or whatever, however long